everybody, I wanted to make sure that I did a review as promised in my last video of all the products that I went over in my haul. Let me see. I had some really good ones and some that were a little disappointing, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say. Let me fix that. The first one I'll go over is Benefit Georgia. I was totally wrong about the brush, actually. The brush was great. It was coarser, so it held more, which I needed, because unfortunately this color doesn't stay on my light skin very well, or I mean it doesn't show up. Even though I already layered it on, it wasn't really peachy at all. Because it was a shimmer, it was just kind of shimmery on my cheeks, even though I caked it on. So that was kind of disappointing for me. I'm not going to waste it. I don't waste things. I'm still going to use it, but it just didn't do what I wanted. So I'm still on the search for a good peachy blush. I would think this would work a lot better on somebody with just even a little bit darker skin tone than mine. I would think that would show up a lot better. I'd love to hear from anybody who's used this, light or dark skin, if you thought it worked for you. I read the reviews online, and it was supposed to work for all skin types. There were a lot of people that commented, oh, I have really fair skin, and it worked out good. And there were also people with darker skin that said, no, I have really, really dark complexion, and it shows up really well on my skin. That wasn't the case for me. Maybe I'm missing something, and it was more me than the actual product. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys thought of it, if it worked, if it didn't work, what you guys thought. I'm not giving up though. There might be another color that I like, and I'll search further for kind of a peachy color. Let me see. The next one that I'm probably going to do, this was my favorite one by far. The Very Hollywood by Michael Kors. It was excellent. I got it was a great deal for $18. The scent lasted pretty much all day. It's perfect for daytime and evening. I went on a date tonight, and it lasted all through that, and it was nice and a flirty scent, and I wore it all day, and it wasn't too strong. I love that. And the lip gloss, which I wore as well, but I'm not wearing it right now, it did have a really pretty, pearly, peachy, kind of pink color. It did look just like the bottle. I don't know if you guys can see. And although it didn't hold the color as long as I maybe wanted, it was more just like a dry, glossy sheen with the glitter, with some glitter toward the end. But it was still really pretty. It worked for me. I liked it. It lasted long enough that I wasn't disappointed, and the sheen was nice at the end. Some lip glosses are just kind of dingy, make your lips look dingy looking toward the end. I'm not even sure what mine look like right now, because I put on the Kat Von D Marg, or Marg, M-A-R-G. I still don't know how to pronounce that. It definitely is not orangey like I remembered it and thought it was going to be. It wasn't really, this is my second application, it wasn't very long lasting, and it was gloopy. I don't like gloopy lip gloss. That's like the most irritating thing in the world to me. I want it to be smooth, and if it has to dry out, then I want it to just do like a nice smooth. I don't want it to be gloppy and some chunks redder than others, and unfortunately that's what happened. Maybe that's why it was on sale and I got it for only $8. I put the prices of all these products in my last video. You guys can check out. I have it in the comments section. Like I said, I got this one for $8, and I mean, it was pretty. I kind of lip gloss that has like gloppy stains all over in different spots. This was kind of a fail. Kat Von D, you gotta work on that a little bit. Kind of a disappointment. That's like my first product from hers. I maybe have an eyeshadow, maybe from like a year and a half ago, but that was disappointing. The next one I want to talk to you guys about was the Tarina Tarantino, the Magic Hour Smudge Pen. If you guys can see, and I'll show you guys again on the cap. That's where the magic all is. And I really loved the color. The color was awesome. The only problem that I had was I have oily eyelids, and so I usually use an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, which I love that. It's a good product. If you guys don't already use that, you should try it out. It still left a crease over my eyelids, which was a problem. Normally, my eyeshadow primer potion is a complete fail-safe product. I have a great time. Every time I use that, it's a great experience, to be honest with you, especially as before I used to struggle with that. I'd always have a crease on my eye, and it was embarrassing, and I had to continuously reapply my eyeshadow. Like I said, I did have a crease with this still, so I don't know if it's just the creamy texture of it. I think that's probably it. But it was a beautiful color. I love the color. I'm going to try it again, but I have to give an honest review, and that's how I felt about it. It left a crease, and so it's not really worth it to me if it's not going to stay on the way I expect it to. Because I did end up using it as more of a full-on eyeshadow, which on the description it didn't say that was a problem. They said you could use it for either or, and I used it kind of on the insides of my eyes as well to do like a little accenting there, and it stayed there fine, but like I said, the crease on the eyeshadow made this kind of a fail for me. It was another item on sale, so I didn't lose too much money on it, which is great, but that one was kind of a fail, like I said. So, the next one that I did was the Tokidoki Kabuki Luminosa powder. I'm going to show you guys again. It's kind of purpley. On there, it's like a lavender, like a lavender with a little bit of pink, and it's a shimmery, glittery. I was hoping this was going to show up on my face better. Apparently, it's hard to find good blushes for my complexion nowadays. But I ended up just using it over my regular color blush just to get kind of a shine over it, which is really pretty that way. But for the price for this one and what I was expecting it to do, what it claimed to do, it didn't. It definitely fell short on that one, which was disappointing. But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to finish it all. I don't know that I'll buy another one, except maybe in a darker shade I would, but I'm not probably going to repurchase this particular item because it just doesn't show up in my face like I wanted. And a lot of times I go for a more dramatic look with my makeup. I like to really use colors, and I do have a lot of days where I do natural look, but I like dramatic color when I use makeup. I just have a lot of fun with it. It's like going back to dress up. That's what I like. So, let's see. These two were pretty disappointing. Fortunately, the Kat Von D lip gloss and the Tarantino Silk Magic Hour Smudge Pen. Those ones did not work out for me so well, even though this was a beautiful color. And, yeah, the original one was a beautiful color, but the one that I got online does not look like I remember it. But these were fails, unfortunately. I'm hoping they can improve on that one. And my very favorite was the Michael Kors Very Hollywood. I highly recommend this. It's great for a little portable piece, and it's a 2-in-1 deal. It was only $18. I believe it's still available for that price. This I absolutely loved. Awesome flirty scent, good for day and night. The Joy Benefit, like I said, I imagine this would look a lot better on a darker skin tone. It remains to be seen. I want to hear what everybody thinks about this. And like I said, it's a beautiful color on the box. It just didn't show up on my fair skin. And I'm here to give honest reviews, so I had to be honest about that. And the Tokidoki, like I said, it did not show up like I wanted it to either, but it was still great to put over my regular color blush, and it gave me a really nice sheen. So maybe I will search for that in other colors, but for right now, that is not what I wanted. I'm sorry about that noise, you guys. That is my cat. He likes to say hi in my videos sometimes. If you guys liked what you saw, please subscribe and leave me comments letting me know what you think. If you have any questions you want answered, if you guys have any products that you want reviewed, I'd love to do that. I'll be posting another video in the next day or two. It's going to be either a tutorial or a haul. I'm not sure which one. I'm getting the itch to get some new makeup already, so it could be another haul. But we will see. Either way, it's going to be posted in the next day or two, and thanks you guys for watching. I really appreciate that, and I will see you next time.